Last year, Toledo's processing center was in danger of closing. It's in the clear until 2014. And while fewer people are sending out letters, the USPS says package deliveries are up, and that could be a lifeline for thousands of workers right here in our area. That's the wire that the pair clipped just moments before attempting to land. Instead, they crashed right here in this cornfield. And take a look at what's left of the plane. It's mangled, and Mathis's grandson says he's lucky to be alive. If you fail to clean off your walk, you could get a ticket, even if the home is vacant. If you own it, it's your problem.
We're going to check in right now with 13 ABC's Christina Williams. She is live south of me here in Wood County with more of the damage in Perrysburg Township. Tina?
Well, Jeff, overnight we talked about the big challenge being the fact that it was dark outside. The challenge now, the wind. It is starting to get very cold and windy, and if you look behind me, we've been on Roachton all morning long. The Edison crews are here as we speak, dealing with a major situation. These are the main power lines supplying a large portion of Perrysburg Township. As you can see, a majority of them are actually in this farm field right now, and that's causing some major issues. Some of these poles are snapped in half, others completely uprooted and thrown multiple feet into this field, and that means no power for this entire area. We are talking thousands of customers. Take a look at some video. In addition to that, there are plenty of people, as you mentioned, who are trying to pick up the pieces. We actually had to walk down Roachton because you cannot drive down now, and we're able to see one home that was hit by that storm. A portion of their barn was blown off, and their windows in the back of this home were completely blown out. The other carrier here at Toledo Express is Allegiant. They have flights grounded as well. In fact, they have one group of passengers who have been trying to get to St. Petersburg, Florida since Sunday. Today, they're going to make one last attempt at trying to check them in.
Accused of spying on women while they tan. Tonight, a Pemberville man facing multiple charges for taking pictures of women in the tanning booth. 13 ABC's Christina Williams has the latest on the case that spans 3 counties.
Police say the suspect was a paying customer and was using his cell phone to target women here at Tan Pro. Casey Miller is 26 years old and faces 4 counts of voyeurism.
It appears that he was at least 3 different salons doing what he was doing.
Police say Miller visited Tan Pro tanning salons in Bowling Green, Fremont, and Findlay and took photos of naked women. According to a police report, one of the victims was applying tanning lotion when she noticed a cell phone over the barrier wall. She reported the incident to Tan Pro, and after a search, Bowling Green police found multiple photos of naked women in tanning salons on Miller's phone. Today, Miller appeared in Fremont Municipal Court. We tried talking with him. Channel 13, I have a question for you. Why'd you take the photos? Do you have any comment today? But Miller refused to speak with us. Lieutenant Biller from the Bowling Green Police Department credits the victim for speaking up.
Obviously, we're concerned about people's safety in those salons, as is the management. Management was very cooperative in this case with us. Be aware of your surroundings, be alert to what's going on around you.
Without the eyewitness account, police say Miller could still be targeting tanners. Christina Williams, 13 ABC, Action News.
Miller will be back in court next week. Findlay police have not yet filed charges linked to this case. And as for Tan Pro, we talked to the corporate office, and they say this is the first incident of its kind and that they do have technology in place to protect patrons and help prosecute anyone taking part in illegal activity.
This video sent in by a Bettsville resident shows the quick rotation of the clouds.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Looks like she's funneling down. I can't tell how low it's going.
The National Weather Service says an EF0 tornado quickly swept along Township Road 36 between Kansas and Bettsville.
Well, it was just a funnel cloud. I'd never seen one before, so it's like, scary.
Julia Alt was outside just moments before the storm.
It just got really quiet. The birds stopped chirping.
The funnel cloud passed by quickly. In fact, near the Alt's home, the damage was from high winds. This is the area where the tornado actually touched down. The Seneca County EMA director says there was a quick hit. You can see the force from the winds blew off the roof of this mobile home and actually flipped over a trailer. Damage continues for nearly 2 miles. In one yard, there are 3 uprooted trees. Another is snapped in half, and the wind flattened cornfields for miles. Crews spent a majority of last night and early morning cleaning up. Even the mayor of Bettsville got involved.
We got tree limbs, branches, and parts of trees down all over town.
And with the long day of cleanup ahead, Harrison is thankful Mother Nature spared them from the worst.
But we've been really fortunate, though. I mean, We can pick up the limbs and stuff like that. Nothing fell on houses.
In Kansas, Christina Williams, 13 ABC, Action News. Hi there, it is 7 o'clock on this Sunday, January 5th. Thanks so much for waking up with us. I'm Christina Williams.
And I'm Tony Geftis. We have live team coverage of the Arctic blast heading our way.
We have meteorologist Ben Cathy tracking your forecast with the most up-to-the-date storm models.
And meteorologist Ross Ellett, he joins us with the weather in the weather, keeping an eye on those frigid temperatures outside and where they're heading.
Plus, we have our entire team on the ground. Mackenzie Keyline is at the Ohio Department of Transportation monitoring how the plows are going to be working through this storm.
And Zach Pitts is braving the elements, letting you know what's going on across our area. He's in Delta right now.
And social media manager Rebecca Rainier here bright and early as well, posting to our website, getting you up to speed on how you can use our apps, Facebook and Twitter to get you the information you need as it becomes available.
But we're going to start with a check of that forecast, and we're going to turn it over to meteorologist Ben Cathy. Ben?
Well, 13 ABC Action News will continue until 10 o'clock this morning. We're also live streaming that coverage on 13abc.com, so you can watch that from your computer or also the 13ABC app and 13ABC Weather Now. Lots of ways to get our coverage today. And once again, we will be on until 10 o'clock this morning as that snow continues to fall in blanket parts of our area.
Yeah, we want to know everyone is up to date and informed, and keep everybody safe out there as well. 13 ABC's Christy Lee, she's live outside. She's at the Lucas County Garage with the salt dome behind her. Looks like they're filling up one of the trucks. Christy?
All right, thanks, Ross. The storm comes 3 days after another big storm, and roads in some counties are still snow covered, especially as we see the winds pick up. Williams, Ottawa, Sandusky, Erie and Huron counties are still under a level 1 snow emergency, but conditions for all of us will likely worsen in the coming hours here. If you live in Macomb, the police department has issued a full snow emergency for the village, and the city of Adrian also under a snow emergency as of 6 o'clock this morning. This means you need to move your vehicles from any curbed streets until further notice, or you could be towed or get a fine.
The snowstorm could drop up to 1 foot of snow in parts of our area over the next 24 hours.
That means 12-hour shifts for the salt truck and plow drivers with the Ohio Department of Transportation. Let's go check in with 13 ABC's Mackenzie Keyline. It's 6:05. Here's some stories that are new this morning. Police are investigating after a rollover crash sent one driver to the hospital. This happened around 1:30 this morning in the 7700 block of Bancroft in Toledo. Police say a woman was driving eastbound on Bancroft when she lost control of her car. She then slammed into a telephone pole and flipped the vehicle over. Police say alcohol appears to be a factor, but they're still investigating. The woman was taken to the hospital with what police are describing as non-life-threatening injuries. A federal judge will not stop a U.S. Coast Guard from issuing a permit for a new bridge between Canada and Michigan. A judge ruled against the private owners of the Ambassador Bridge. The owners claim a permit would cause irreparable harm to the bridge. They say it could take up to 75% of their bridge's traffic. Meanwhile, Michigan Governor Rick Snyder and Canada, they're trying to build a second bridge. Canada is willing to pay for it and be reimbursed through tolls. More than a month after the Washington mudslide, a highway shut down reopens today. Contractors removed 130,000 tons of mud and debris from that roadway, but they say there's still some more work to do when the road reopens. Traffic will alternate in a single lane once the bridge reopens. Back on March 22nd, a rain-soaked hillside gave way, destroying an entire neighborhood. 42 people were later recovered dead in that search. 2 others are still missing. Just a few minutes before the top of the hour, here's a look at your Action News alerts. An area store is voluntarily recalling ground beef this morning. Herm's Meats announced it's recalling 16-count hamburger patties. The patties were sold between May 24th and 29th. So far, no one's reported any illness, but customers are encouraged to return the product to the store. They're located on South Perry Street in Napoleon. Well, check this out. A sinkhole the size of a semi opened up in a Central Florida parking lot. This is happening in Winter Haven, in the parking lot of a Publix grocery store right across the street from Legoland. Just to give you an idea of where Winter Haven is, it's actually right outside of Lakeland. Officials say the sinkhole is 70 feet long and 15 feet deep. Scientists say with a lot of unstable buildings on unstable land, that is, combined with Florida's heavy summer rains, sinkholes are pretty inevitable. Donald Sterling suing the NBA and the commissioner Adam Silver for $1 billion. A new lawsuit filed says that the league violated Sterling's constitutional rights by illegally recording him. Lawsuit also states the league committed a breach of contract by fining Sterling $2.5 million and violating antitrust laws by forcing a sale of the team. Also yesterday, Sterling's wife agreed to sell the team to former Microsoft CEO Steve Ballmer for $2 billion. That's a quick look at this morning's Action News Alert. Stay right there. Another check of that forecast as we take a live look outside. Here's the view from the South Toledo Live Action Cam. Kind of a cloudy sunrise to the start of the final day in May. Stay with us.
New at noon, a local man took matters into his own hands when a burglar tried to break into his home. Good afternoon, I'm Sasha Bray.
And I'm Christina Williams in for Jeff Smith. Police say that homeowner chased the suspect down with a baseball bat. It all happened early this morning in the Raintree Village Mobile Home Park.
Let's check in with 13 ABC's Zach Pitts. He joins us live outside Mercy St. Vincent Medical Center with more.
There are a lot of fans that claim they have the best spot to watch the game. So we decided to make an Ohio State fan and a Michigan fan go head to head. And with a mailbox like this, I bet it's going to be good. Come on. First stop, the McGilveries. Scarlet and Gray takes over this Point Place couple's home. The entire basement is designed just for game day.
It's my home away from home.
From the custom Block O-shaped bar to the theater seating, it's a popular hangout.
Having all my friends and family over, we have a good time.
So this is the place to be?
Definitely.
The McGilveries have always loved the Buckeyes. In fact, they got engaged during game day in Columbus and used this photo at their OSU-themed wedding. So what happens if an enemy arrives?
Does this give you any sort of anxiety if I put something like this on?
No, I just feel sorry for you guys.
Oh.
He's a good sport, but don't be fooled. There's one piece of team loyalty in the bathroom, reminding everyone it's a long way to Michigan. Man, that last house was really neat. Now it's time to see what the biggest Michigan fan has to offer. I wonder what he'll think of my sweatshirt. Uh-oh, Wolverine parking only. Huh?
Basketball, volleyball, everything Michigan. Doesn't matter.
Jeff Sod is a super fan. He grew up watching Michigan and has transformed the family living room into a spot that hails to the victors. Snacks, trinkets, even a piece of the old stadium fill his space.
This was a brick from when they started breaking down and rebuilding.
Sod is convinced the Wolverines will be on fire and is hoping the game isn't for the birds.
I think that the Wolverines are going to shock the world.
Sod's love of Michigan is permanent, and his furry friends, well, they're in on it too. His kitties have the names Maize and Blue. But the big question is, are Buckeyes welcome on his turf? So am I allowed in the room?
Well, you're here right now.
I'm here right now. When the game kicks off, the fans will be watching, and despite their differences, it's all for the love of football. Christina Williams, 13 ABC, Action News.